talk, guys.
Happy, joy, joy.
Only the greatest and happiest of conversations in this group of friends.
Yeah, well, welcome back to WAWR. I've been seeing some videos of this in my feed on YouTube, and the way you're like putting it as the anagram,
yeah,
it's great. I just imagine like a Shiba Inu, like the Doge dog, going what?
What? The WAWR dog.
It's just funny, and it fit way too well for the Wolfbeard video.
That is still our most watched one.
Seriously?
It's in the hundreds.
Wow. Okay.
And it's one of two that have comments on it. In the second video. Yeah, the second one has a comment, someone saying like the Mecto a boar joke is a perfect joke for that. Because that's what I titled it, Mecto a boar, making a pun off the steam-powered giraffe song Mecto Amor.
Okay, I get it now. That's good.
And
really
there's also a comment on the first of the 1999 ones that we did. That's basically it's someone, and I'm going to say who they are right now because fuck it. Lord of the Zinogres, which is a monster from Monster Hunter. It's like this giant fast lightning puppy, which I now just want to see fight. Now I want to see the fast lightning puppy fight the fast corpse puppy.
Yes. So what'd they say? I'm curious.
They basically gave us a suggestion to read Tales from a Gas Station off r/no sleep. Which the whole thing with that one is legitimately good.
Okay, that could be.
I have no
something
problem with us reading something legitimately good, but
I mean, if we ever decide to turn to stuff like that, I mean, we're kind of exclusively reading crappy fan fiction here.
Just poorly made things in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no objection to us reading good things. Might use that as a palate cleanse, also to scare the shit out of Tom.
I mean, we kind of just talk about whatever the hell we want, so I'm pretty sure nobody really cares if we read something good for once. Just as long as we, maybe actually do it.
Yeah.
By
the way, I'm Llytic.
Oh yeah, I'm Tom.
And I'm a belated intro.
They were back at it with Atlanta Knights.
Yeah.
Which don't have peaches here to eat.
Well, I mean, if you move to the country, you can eat a lot of peaches.
Move to the cunt? What?
The country. That was a reference to a song. Never mind.
Country roads take me home to the place where I belong.
John Denver's version is the best one of that. I don't care what anyone else says.
Anyway, let's just start.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Chapter 5. There she was, the pretty nurse Stephen had seen while he was visiting Bruce Lucent in the hospital. It had just been luck, because he'd stepped out of Bruce's hospital room thinking about Bruce's ass. A nice, tight ass. When he'd seen her. Her hospital uniform, so loose on some of the nurses, was tight on her. Not loose, whoops. It highlighted her ass. And her other assets, too. Even loose green scrubs couldn't hide those breasts. Spraining. Not straining at the fabric, spraining at the fabric. They twisted a muscle.
This is all intentional, and it's making me angry and laugh all at the same time.
She tried some of those peck pops and she hurt herself. Peck pops, whenever you individually flex your pectorals.
I don't have any pectorals. I'm just a big fat ass. Okay, that wasn't properly said, so...
Yeah.
That sounded
like...
You're
not quite that overweight. You're just kind of chunky. Unless you've gained a lot of weight since I've last seen you. Like, you're basically average American.
Thanks. It's kind of hard to make a joke about myself when everyone's trying to make me feel better. Like, goddamn.
I've never
fucking
seen
assholes.
I've never seen you in person, so I can only make fun of your personality.
See, he gets it. We're all here to be be mean to each other, not be friends. What the fuck?
Sorry, I'm in a good mood. I caught up to Steven Universe. Screaming at the
my line, right?
Free. Okay, now your line.
Okay,
Also,
there we go.
Apparently, Steve was just thinking about Bruce's ass. All right.
I'd say that's pretty gay, but that's kind of obvious.
I think it's more bi than anything, or maybe pan.
Stephen licked his lips and rubbed his hands together. Women like his hands, they said, and men. He made more money than all the other masseuses at the polo clubs. Tips from people who appreciated his hands.
Confirmed bi.
Yeah, there's something going on with this man.
Different strokes for different folks, eh? Especially when you're a masseuse.
Alright, hey, he hissed and got her attention. She looked him up and down, taking in how his shirt strained over his sculpted abs, how the front of his tight jeans bulged, how his hair hung sexily over his eyes.
Does he just make a habit of wearing clothes that are like a size or two too small for him?
Probably. I have a cousin.
Right, I need to make sure that the shirt bulges over my strains over my abs, not my pecs, my abs.
I can just picture he's actually wearing like a little baby shirt kinda, and like it's super like stuck against his body, and like it doesn't even reach down to his pants, so it's like his abs
like an 80s
out.
male crop top.
Yes.
Like what Johnny Depp was wearing in the first not Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Wait, Johnny Depp was in that?
Yeah, that was the first movie he was ever in.
Huh. I'm gonna have to watch that. Well,
honestly, I kind of love like the first few Nightmare on Elm Street movies, because the first one was honestly pretty good and terrifying, and the second one is quite possibly the gayest movie I've ever seen. And I'm not saying that is a bad thing. I honestly love it. But it gave us
you're gay. Sorry.
I think probably bi or pan here. But it gave us the first male scream queen.
Interesting.
The whole thing with that movie is it was gay undertones in the script, which in the movie turned into gay overtones. And then you couple that with the fact that the guy playing the lead in the movie was at the time a closeted gay man. Like, he wasn't out at the time. Yes, like He-Man. But yeah, he wasn't out at the time, and then ended up he's out now, but it's just one of those things that kind of made me laugh, of this complete coincidence that they accidentally casted a man who was in fact gay for this movie.
Interesting.
But yeah, there's a scene in which we find one of the PE teacher in a leather bar.
Okay.
In like his full leather daddy attire.
Oh my.
Anyway, she smiled.
Yeah, isn't Friday the 13th, or not Friday the 13th? Dang it! Now you got me going on Llytic. Nightmare on Elm Street. Isn't like after the first one, it kind of had was more of a black comedy.
After the first one, it started turning more comedic, but after the second one actually, because the second one was actually pretty straightforward horror. Like, Freddy didn't make any jokes in that. He was goddamn terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, that...
It had no real connection to the first movie, except for the fact that they had the diary of the final girl from the first movie in it. And after that, the movies basically just kind of forgot about the second one. Despite the fact that it had that terrifying scene in which he basically ends up managing to get himself out of the dream world at this pool party, just right in front of all these teenagers, and just goes, "You are all my children." Which is goddamn terrifying.
That sounds terrifying. I kind of want to see it now.
Oh yeah, I do suggest watching it. It's great. He lost his one true Grady. Anyway. She smiled. She smiled. Those sexy eyes sparkled. Those rosy lips pouted. "I saw you at the hospital," she said. "You came to see Mr. Lucent and his tight ass."
Excellent memory, he congratulated. He knew his smile lit up dark brown his eyes, accented his tan cheekbones. "Like the rest of you."
Wow, ain't this guy so charismatic and flirty? I can totally fuck this guy.
At least he's good with his hands.
That's about it. She blushed, and the warm rush of color. Fuck? What? Hold on. She blushed, and the warm rush of color colored her face and neck and on down into her cleavage.
I've never seen anyone's tits blush.
Now I have. Must look like a sunburn.
Oh god,
no,
Very
it was a
oddly
sunburn.
specific sunburn. What?
That probably was a sunburn.
Oh, like a tank top
She's actually
sunburn.
just heavily sunburnt. She's been like outside of the hospital trying to look at that one guy from the window. Maybe she's had like to climb up a few of the like walls to get up there. She's just like tired as shit, sweaty and hot right now. She's like, oh god, I hope this man doesn't know I'm stalking his friend. Anyways, his eyes followed where it led, and she saw him staring down her shirt. She seemed to like it. Buy me a drink? Nah, fuck. We're supposed to do like this is like Southern people, right?
It's Georgian,
Buy
so
me a
that's
drink?
sickly
Georgia.
sweet. It's that
Yeah.
sickly sweet
Yes.
Southern accent. It is actually like noticeable from a regular one.
Yeah, like the soft Southern drawl, as opposed to the Texan Southern drawl, which is quite a bit harsher.
Yeah. And they don't sound as much like they're going to call me. Anyway, bars this
also,
close to...
I think it's. Nope, you know what? I'm not going to finish that thought because it's probably just me talking out my rear. So
Probably. Bars this close to the hospital had people drinking to forget what horrible sicknesses their loved ones had been sitting in them. Okay. They weren't very good places to start romances. So after one drink, Stephen, spelled differently this time, queried, "Let's go somewhere else. This place is depressing."
it's raining outside. She moved closer to him, like he could keep her warm in the rain. I'll keep you warm, he promised.
Well, I mean, the rain would probably cool down her sunburn.
That'd be sunburn and sweaty body. Oh,
Please
good.
don't
I need
grow-
a quick shower before we go. He's just so
Now, I
distracted by the tits he can't smell her.
Yeah,
Please
I
stop
just imagine like she's like super warm all over, and like when she walks out into the rain and like with the sunburn, it's like just steam just starts rising off of her. Like the rain is
it's
not even
never a
affecting her.
good sign whenever you can't have you can't do No, yeah, because third base is now considered like foreplay and oral. It's never a good sign whenever you can't get to second base with someone because they're in too much pain.
Anyways, that's what she wanted to hear. I mean, I would have said, I'll keep you dry, not warm. Anyways, she leaned
You don't
closer
say that
on
on date night.
I'm gonna keep you dry, babe. Hey. She leaned closer on the bar stool. He looked around at the sad people with their drinks, but no one met his eyes, so he leaned down and played with a piece of her sleek brown hair, his other hand between his legs.
While he's standing up, no less.
He's really
Steven,
ballsy.
he explained, after a little while when she didn't say anything.
Yeah, that sure cleared that up. Thanks,
Ah,
Steven.
I'm
You're a
Steven.
cool dude.
I'm good with my hands, and I have a huge dick. Hopefully not too
Do you ever
big.
try to forget things, Steven? The sexy nurse asked him with a question mark.
All the time,
Sexy
but
nurse asked him?
question mark? Is this... She's speaking to her imaginary friend. Anyways, all the time. But I didn't forget you. You are not forgettable.
I've known her for 5 minutes.
Classy.
If you forget someone after 5 minutes...
Now we're reaching into my immortal tiers of just stupid dialogue.
Previously, we had Pervy Connor, and now we have this.
Well,
I'm
we
the android sent by Cyberlife. I'm here to stare at your tits.
Yeah, well, to be fair, we knew Steven was kind of a creep from the last couple of chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Okay. He turned her head. Whoop. She turned her head around and smiled at him. Unfortunately, he wasn't smiling because she just pulled off a full exorcist. That smile made her look younger, like she was a teenager. It was pretty, with straight white teeth. She didn't wear much lipstick, but he liked it that way. Probably for her job. I'm Margaret. I didn't forget you either. Even though it was days ago at the hospital, you are easy to remember. Okay, god damn it, now I'm confused.
Smile. Yeah, well, I've been confused this entire read-through, but whatever. He smiled lazily at her, glad that he worked out, because it must be his abs and his muscles that made him so easy to remember.
Granted, I do see
Yeah,
a nice
that's
set of
probably
abs. I
it.
tend to keep those in my memory, but I don't tend to remember the rest of the person.
I'm just bad with faces in general.
I
Yeah,
can't
I just-
remember names, but
like-
I remember faces.
Like,
I don't remember
the only
names
way
either.
that the abs would make me remember someone is if they were always shirtless.
So, Taylor
I got
Lautner.
this one friend. He just never wears a shirt, man. I saw him going to class today. Had his like pecs out and shit, but it was
Dude
really
can never
weird because
go
he
to
forgot to shave.
restaurants. Oh god, the only time
So,
I wear shirts that's like fishnet tops.
so am I the only one who's thinking of Taylor Lautner in the Twilight movies?
Am
Well,
I
he
the
did
only one
never
who's
wear
thinking
his
about
shirt.
how weird it would be to have abs but have hair all over your abs? Do you think people who have abs
So
shave
what?
their hair?
Oh, so like basically like a bodybuilder that didn't shave their happy trail. I don't know.
I just
because
thought
you
of,
also don't see them with chest hair, especially if they're like part of the bodybuilding competitions and stuff, because they're going for like the traditionally attractive muscle form. I mean, you see it more with people that you'll see in like strongmen competitions, but that's because that's like functional muscle instead of form muscle.
Sculpted.
Yeah. I mean, after all, your back's not supposed to be that small, even when your pecs are that big.
Anyway, should I start reading?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Well, actually,
Their faces got close together. He was looking at her in the dim light of the bar, ignoring the jangling music. You just picture like some child on stage shaking keys around, and that's their music. Anyways, it was noisy in here and stank of beer and other things you didn't want to think about, like dick. So he thought about her, looking down at her like this. Her shirt gapped open more, and he could see the top of her bra, those big jiggle breasts, so close to him, they were making his jeans uncomfortable.
I
Those big jiggle.
I don't think jiggle is an adjective.
It's
based
jiggling.
on what we've already said, I think his jeans are already uncomfortable if he has that much bulge going on.
I thought he was wearing Daisy Dukes.
Oh my god, he's just walking around in like Daisy Dukes and like these really tight crop tops.
No.
Beautiful. It's like the best part of the 80s are back. Men wearing just as little as the women.
Well, with the way the fashion is going, that might be making a comeback here pretty soon.
Yes.
Because it seems to be fashion is leaning more back towards like the 70s and 80s now.
Yeah.
So that could be interesting.
Well, it does remind me, the game Dream Daddy, the people who ended up getting the people that the Game Grumps directly gave copies to, they also gave them a crop top.
Nice.
Stop.
So, like, you watch Mini Lads play through and he's wearing the crop top the entire time.
Oh, that's great.
Let's forget what you want to a fogey, then. What?
I don't understand a word you just said.
I don't understand what word I just said either. More than usual. Even encouraged, she smiled a little bit, and those rosy red lips parted. Her teeth shone like perfect pearls in the dim light. They were even rounded like pearls. It was really concerning. She wanted to taste those lips. She closed her eyes and tipped her head back some more. That was his cue, he could tell, so he pushed his lips against hers.
Her lips were warm and soft and tasted like breath mints. It was good. She sighed a little bit, and he thought she would pull away then, but she didn't. So he made the kiss better. He ran his tongue along those perfect teeth. The feeling made him more sure he wanted to get out of this bar.
I guess that's better than tasting like cigarettes.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's not typically as fun.
I had some mac and cheese that someone managed to mess up and make it taste like cigarette smoke. It was a very unpleasant experience.
No, I was just saying that I've kissed someone whose breath tasted like cigarettes before. That's not fun.
And I'm telling you my experience with stuff that's tasted like cigarettes.
I'm allergic to cigarettes. It's really allergic to tobacco. It's really not good for me.
Zane, your line.
Fuck. This isn't a very good place to kiss, he stated.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Before he brought her face down between his legs. What?
At least get out of the bar first.
It would not surprise me if they did that, considering how sophisticated these people are.
Is this the part where I bring up the fact that Zane is in fact playing a game right now?
What? No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I am totally not playing a game where I get to bone a female version of Napoleon. I am not doing that right now. I am not going into this podcast with tits on mine. The tits of Napoleon are not on my mind right now.
Look at this picture. There's a stick coming out of the place between the man's legs. Do you have one? Do you have one of those? Does it get big and hard like this?
That sounds like it could be from one of the fan fictions we read. Let's be real.
Let's see. Is it Eosinki or Biosinki?
EU Senki.
Eosinki, the World Conquest.
Yes. Oh man.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. I mean, I saw the screenshot you sent, but like,
If you read the screenshot, Alexander is saying that.
no. I read the screenshot.
Look in the
I just don't
background.
know what
Look in the
game
background
y'all-
of the screenshot. That is the page we are on.
Yeah, no, I know. I noticed that. It's just I don't know the game. That's what I'm saying.
Eosinki. Sinki.
So I went to Acon and I literally went to like this back corner of the artist alley place, and this dude's like legit selling authentic hentai and hentai video games.
Oh yeah,
You have to like show him your ID and everything if you want to buy one.
One of the booths I went to at one of the cons, I can't remember which one, was doing like those random anime boxes, and they were also doing random hentai boxes.
Oh man, I'd pick that up.
I know what Zane's doing this summer.
Oh yeah,
Jacking it.
I'm making sure I beat these games before I have to share a room with someone at college. Because
just figure out their schedule and only do it whenever they have class.
Or just wait until they're asleep.
Nah, dude, that's creepy.
Done.
I mean, anyways, can we get back to reading, please?
Yep.
Let's not talk about what I do in my spare time with my college
Instead of
roommates.
joking about your hentai habits.
This is why I'm looking into getting like an apartment or like an efficiency.
This is why you're looking into learning Japanese.
I only learned Japanese to watch hentai and read it.
That way you don't have to read the subtitles.
I'm wanting to learn Japanese just so I can go to Japan and not have to use like a English to Japanese translator.
Okay, I got it. You're planning on going in the suicide forest and filming a dead body. Got it.
No!
I want to learn Russian and just scream at people in Russian.
I don't think I'd be safe in Russian.
I want to learn German and do that.
I know, like, just learn some, like, heavy, strong language. Because, like, you know, like, we're down here in Texas, a bunch of people speak Spanish.
Yeah.
I'd love it to, like, when every time somebody speaks to me in, like, Spanish or something else, I just start spouting German or Russian at them, just to see how they react. Because they don't know what I'm saying, and I don't know what they're saying.
Language.
Or just learn like a really random language like Latin or Gaelic, and then like when someone
Hawaiian.
yeah, and then when someone starts trying to talk to you, or you think they're insulting you, just start yelling your head off in a dead language just to see how people react.
Welsh, do
But don't
Welsh.
say
That'll be
anything
really
about them
funny.
either.
Because if you do Welsh, even if they look up the translation, all of the vowels will be W's. They'll have no idea what to say, even if they figure out what's going on. How the fuck do I pronounce this?
His Miata, right? That's where I am.
No, it's my line.
Yeah.
But
What?
it was a very
What?
good kiss, she exclaimed dreamily.
He paid the bill, then put his sweater around Margaret's shoulders. Wait her, he mentioned meaningfully. I'll bring my car around.
Waiter!
Waiter! His Miata, Miata. I don't know how to fucking fuck.
Just go with it, Miata. Miata, that works.
Bright
I think
red
it's-
like her lips, sparkled with raindrops like diamonds in the light from the streetlights.
Shine
Margaret
bright like a
giggled
diamond.
whilst he held the sweater over her head and led her out to the car. Climb in, fair princess.
Me.
Milady, he said as he
Kill
tipped
me.
his fucking... Oh.
As he tipped his fedora. Oh god, he's a ripped neck.
No.
Oh, no.
He tipped his golf hat.
Oh no. It's Wolfbeard. If he actually did run around like he said he would.
He chuckled, holding the door open. Fuck this guy.
Lost all that weight chasing squirrels. Okay.
Yeah.
Soon that sexy nurse was sitting close to him on his sculpted, dark blue velvet sofa. The lava lamp glowed on her face, giving her severe burns. Blues made her look mysterious. Red shouted, "Sex!" Her eyes were deep pools of mystery.
Oh boy. He put in a DVD that his last girlfriend had said was sexy. The music filled the room with drum beats like heartbeats and a rhythm like to people humping. Oh my god.
Unfortunately, said film was him and his ex's sex tape, so that wasn't the best idea. Hey, you want to get your rocks off to watching me and my ex fuck?
The whole... Okay, the prose is what caught me up there. Like, just...
To people.
Yeah.
To people humping.
Yep.
Let me give you a massage, he said. I give really good massages.
Yeah.
Massage.
Stop it, Ron. Yeah.
Ron, stop. I don't like it when you touch my wand.
Beef women. I'm waiting. He turned her back to him, and he laid his hands on that sexily slender neck, and then wrapped his hands around it.
Oh no.
It's a murder.
I need...
What? What?
Choke me, daddy. Harder, daddy. I need to pull your shirt up. Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. He started to massage the tight muscles of her back. She was so tense, but he could fix that. A little oil. Patchouli? Is that how you say that?
It's patchouli oil.
Patchouli. Okay, I said it right. Down to her slender waist, then her voluptuous hips.
Voluptuous sounded out.
No. I know the word. It just got caught up in my throat for some reason. Or there. Okay, there I am. Eased tension, and he could smell her reaction even over the oil. Yes, she was ready. He turned her over. He turned her over, massaged those breasts, D cups at least, with his three-inted fingers.
There's a fucking typo. Yeah, but it's just the stupidest typo.
Well, I mean, I guess we can tell when the writers stopped typing
is
with
directly
both hands.
Well, the E button is directly beneath the 3 button.
Mm-hmm. And if you're typing quickly, it's a mistake you can make, ? I don't know why I'm trying to justify this. Oh boy, did he take off her bra? Did she? And who undid her skirt? All he knew was that all he knew was that her muscles softened and her tension went away under his skilled fingers, and then her muscles tightened again as she pulled frantically at the zipper of his jeans. Here we go.
Oh boy, my favorite part.
Oh, yeah.
At least they're not pissing in a cup and drinking it yet.
Oh, yeah, anything's better than that.
Why do you have to keep reminding us of that?
Because
he needs
enjoy
you to
pain.
feel his pain.
That was when he pushed his fingers into her yielding brown hair and pulled her face to his. Their tongues met like wild beasts. Their dance ageless and timeless. What the fuck? They fucked. That's all you gotta say. They fucking right now.
Just
Have a
have
hell
a
of a
sex scene,
body.
one sentence, and then they fucked. Anyway.
She exclaimed into his mouth. So do you, he moaned. Even if she was older than I, she was still hot. She's still banging younger kids. What the fuck?
Hey,
I mean, to each their own.
If you're gonna be a cougar, you gotta go on the prowl.
Again, to each their own.
His raging manhood was bursting at the seams of his jeans. So he undid the zipper. She couldn't. She was moaning, lying on the soft velvet of the sofa, completely abandoned to his will. As they came together, wow, that was fast. He thought about how much better this woman, who was experienced and sexy and who had been patting on all the right places, was to make love to than the teenagers who threw themselves at him for it. Whoa.
He is a terrible person. Just confirmed.
Just because they're pulling a "don't stand so close to me" doesn't mean you have to go along with it.
Well,
actually, if they're pulling a "don't stand so close to me," you shouldn't go along with it, because that's what Sting was trying to say with the song. Don't try to fuck me, I'm your teacher.
I like how you just paused at that. I mean, it was not unwarranted, but just the way your reaction went. It was.
I'm uncomfortable. That's what made me uncomfortable.
They writhed together like wild beasts on the velvet, somehow moving to the deep shag on the floor. His hands, still oily, massaged her ass as he moved inside her. She panted against his chest. She breathed, getting more and more agitated. Now I'm going to have to pause.
I am more and more agitated by the minute.
Oh, fuck. Tom's hitting critical agitate.
Much agitate. Much dang.
Fuck.
Stephen could tell she was really getting into this. He was turning her on, so he got faster and faster, and finally she screamed Henry and went limp underneath him.
He went too fast. She died.
Her waves of passion set off Stevens. Her passion pumped him dry. She lay there.
Multiple Stevens.
So many Stevens, dude. She lay with her head on his chest, looking up into his eyes. The light from the lava lamp. What the
They mentioned a lava lamp earlier.
It was purples and gold now. Purple and gold, the colors of passion. It shone on her face.
It's also the colors of LSU.
And death.
From their wild sex. The purple made her glazed brown hair look like some erotic African princess.
Exotic. Not
We're
erotic,
going through
exotic,
a
which
lot
makes it
of
worse.
stuff.
And now we're
Naked
doing
and
the
willing.
fetishization of other people.
After a few minutes, he started again. African princes wanted to give you their whatever the fuck inheritance soon.
Oh god, instead of a Nigerian prince, it's a Nigerian princess.
And she's the inheritance.
Oh god, nope.
That hits a little too close to reality,
That's
honestly.
That's fucked. I'm not too sure that's a thing in Nigeria, but that is a thing in some countries.
Yeah, no, not Nigeria, but just like other countries. Okay, bad memories. Moving on. Not memories.
Were you
just-
someone's inheritance?
No, not bad memories. That
I once got
I'm
sold
saying
into a marriage.
bad thoughts. Moving on. There we go.
Once sold into a marriage. Stephen was tired the next day because he and Margaret had made love more than one time. Well, if you're only going one time, you're kind of failing. First in the living room, then in the bedroom, then in the bathroom and the shower. Luckily, the floor of the bathroom had some form of grip so that in its slip, it gave themselves both concussions.
That was the good end.
Oh, God. You still haven't finished Doki Doki. You still haven't continued Doki Doki Literature Club, have you?
No.
You need to.
I need to.
Then he took her home, and then they held hands like little kids and kissed outside the door.
Okay, hand-holding is where I draw the line.
Not on my good Christian server. Too lewd. Too lewd. I draw the line at head pats, my good sir.
I am surprised you would think of something so scandalous as head pats. It's almost as bad as hugs. Side hugs.
How dare you?
Side hugs. None of those teenagers had ever been like this. Oh wait, shit. He couldn't remember.
Oh, it gets worse. I just saw another line.
Fuck, I skipped a line. None of those women or boy as hot as she was. None of those teenagers had ever been like this. Why? Don't. He definitely wanted to see her again.
Did you break for a second?
It's statutory is one of those things that just nope.
Yeah,
I am uncomfortable.
People with stuff like that, they deserve to be killed, like just right off the bat.
I wouldn't say killed because there's the whole thing. It's typically predatory behavior. It's not like a whole thing of in which you are forcibly taking away someone's consent. That's a lot worse.
Just anyone like that in
that
situation.
Just something that's just that is a minor.
Yeah,
that is a child. That is a chillin'.
Yeah. All right, my line, right?
Yes.
All right. He was giving a massage to one of the regulars at the polo club and a guy named Isaac Stevens. Steven wasn't interested in Stevens because the guy was too old. Besides that, he had Margaret on his mind, but he must have yawned one too many times. Late night last night, wondered Stevens. His voice was kind of muffled by the table he was laying face down on.
Oh, yeah! Steven muttered dreamily. He wished it was Margaret's back he was massaging right now, or maybe somebody else he could get a quickie in with. God damn it. Thinking about Margaret was making Steven hard!
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always hard. She must have been something, Stevens guffawed wickedly. Or was it a he? I mean,
it was a girl, no a woman. Not
Steven,
just any woman. Yeah, the best I ever met, enthused Steven.
Oh shit.
Paige, stop playing your porn game for 5 seconds.
Steven wriggled on the massage table. He was probably getting hot thinking about Steven's night last night. Does she have a name, or are you keeping her all to yourself?
You know those centerfolds? Naughty nurses? I think they're all true. That's what she is, a nurse at the Atlanta General Hospital, right across town.
Stevens mused. Every time I ever went to the hospital, the nurses would hardly talk to me. Must be?
Probably. What?
I'm confused.
This is getting bad. I'm not. just the. I know it's intentional, but like this is just getting to the points where it's starting to annoy me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Oh boy. Probably. That's my line yet? Fuck.
Yes.
Yep, it's your line.
Probably Steven's mind was not on the conversation, it was on Margaret. He could tell she did like his abs and his ass the way she had gripped it.
I mean, a nice ass is a nice ass.
An ass is an ass, my friend.
Oh, does she have a name? Steven said one more time.
Oh, yes, Margaret Eastman. He drew the name Margaret out like a kiss. Marguerite.
Margaret!
Wait, is that the chapter?
Yeah, that's...
There's just like an empty page.
There's a solid page of nothing. But yes, now chapter 6.
Hey.
Oh boy, and I get
Wait.
to read the first part.
Okay. I just read the last sentence of the first paragraph of chapter 6. That'll be interesting.
This is gonna be really entertaining.
Oh boy.
Whew, alright. Bruce rubbed the thick foam collar around his neck with his good hand. I guess he has a bad hand. The stupid thing itched badly. He knew it looked darkies. But the surgeon had insisted that he must wear it constantly for the next month or suffer the consequence.
The single consequence. You die.
At least it kept his neck warm in the frigid air conditioning and his... I English good. Fuck. At least it kept his neck warm in the frigid air conditioning in this restaurant. He followed Isaac Stevens, who followed the waiter around past the side entrance and between the tables and the booth at the back. Bruce stomped his cane down on a lady's foot at one of the tables and she swore at him. Damn stupid gimp. Wince, watch out where yes going with that damnable misbegotten horse spoon stupid cane, you damn agit. What?
I think we just heard Shakespeare have a stroke.
Is this the one where it said that they were all talking jive speak for some reason?
Oh, geez.
I don't think this is stereotypical jive speak. But I'm really confused on what the fuck it looked darkies means. Because last I checked, darkies was a racial slur.
I know.
Garcias, you old fat, he howled. Watch your own feet and keep them out of the way so I don't trip over them. Don't you know who I am? Give me any more trouble and I'll have your ass arrested so far your false teeth will pop out of your head.
I don't think that's how arrest works.
I'm really confused.
3 waiters hurried over. I'm so sorry, Mr. Lucent, they sniveled. I hate sniveling. One of them turned on the old lady and shouted, Backs off, you! That's Mr. Lucent, and he owns half this town. Another waiter spoke up and yelled, Why, he owns more than half of this here Trotter's Corners, and that's a fact. They gathered around her and knocked her out of her chair and kicked her a few times to teach her a lesson. What? That's terrible.
Oh my gosh.
This turned from like bad writing to like cult classic horror movie writing.
Well, okay, I will say that basically means that all these waiters will be par for the course for a protagonist in a Lovecraft story.
No, they weren't that terrible people in the stories.
Excuse me, have you read Reanimator?
I haven't read that one, but...
The whole thing is he assumes that the thing he has to bring people back to life won't work because it's being tested on a black man. He also goes out of his way to describe the black man as an ape and an Irish man in just like the worst ways he can. I'm sorry, but this is par for the course for a Lovecraft protagonist. After all, there's also the one where some hillbilly dude gets possessed, and he won't shut up about the fact that the hillbilly is some backwards country bumpkin who can't read, despite the fact that rural New York had a higher literacy rate than urban New York at the time. Which, New York's state of New York is where that city took place. I mean, where that story took place.
Well, most of the protagonists of his stories meets terrible fates anyway, so...
They're also people that would be par for the course at the time, and also fit with his own ideals, that being hatred of anyone of differing sexuality, Jewish people, black people, anyone with any form of religion, the Irish. What's some of the other ones?
Anyways, Bruce lived on after Stevens leaving the waiters to handle the woman. It was stupid people like that who had inspired him to climb to the top. He didn't ever want to be stuck with riffraff like that, so he had used the computer skills he had learned from cracking PlayStation games and writing viruses on the internet to build his company to a person he was today. A giant among software development companies. Not bad for a guy just out of his teens. He's a fucking nerd!
Aren't we all?
God damn it.
He's like that guy at school who's gonna be like, you're all gonna be working for me one day.
Oh, you fucking... Oh, wait. I need to nasally as possible. All you fucking jocks are gonna be working for me one day. No, you're not even gonna be working for me. I won't hire you. I'll see you and I won't hire you. You're gonna be stuck working as a pizza delivery boy, you stupid fucking jock.
Except in this one, the character who said that actually succeeded and didn't just end up wasting his life away living in their parents' basement.
Jerking it to anime titties. Surprised there wasn't a comment from Zane on that one. Okay.
Were you trying to get a rise out of him?
I was hoping I was hoping you would say something.
Yeah, that's why I remained silent. I was trying to listen.
I didn't even hear it.
Yeah,
jerking it to anime titties.
Anime titties? Who doesn't love anime titties?
People who don't like anime. Okay, he bumped another table with the cast on his leg, but the people there cringed. I would have too. Mostly because this guy just sounds like a dickhole. Sorry,
I would have
Mr.
laughed.
Lucid, one declaimed. I hope that didn't hurt you.
No, he offered magnanimously. I'm okay. He limped across to their booth and slid in across from Stevens. So, what did you want to talk to me about? He growled.
Let's have a drink first and get something to eat, soothed Isaac. That dumb old lady seems to have upset you, so let's relax for a while and then we'll talk about business.
Suits me fine. I guess that's like the brand name for a tailor or something. I don't know.
I'd buy from a place called that.
Suits me fine. Tailor-made suits.
Now I hope there's one like that out there.
Good. Offered Bruce. He turned to the waiter. I'll have a Shirley Temple screwdriver with absolute vodka.
Absolute vodka, as opposed to imaginary vodka.
I don't know if absolute vodka is a thing, but I'm just imagining it being kind of like the whole thing of like, just like absolute zero. Like it's just a singularity of vodka.
I'm thinking more like a vodka version of Everclear.
It's a vodka black hole. God damn it, Zane!
What?
What is...
I censored it with this story. It's fine. It's censored. Who cares?
Are you really that bored with the story? Because I'm actually entertained by this story.
No, I'm entertained too. It's
He
just
has a habit of just
I like to
doing things
multitask, okay?
Yeah. He does things off to the side. That's why he's always distracted.
So,
Porn.
you know what? I'm not going to ask that question.
Porn.
Well, thanks then. Now I want to know what the question is.
You really do?
Exclaimed.
Yeah.
Are you absolutely sure you do?
Yes.
All right, I was going to ask, do you have a third hand somewhere that's letting you able to type and play the video game and jerk off all at the same time?
Don't worry, I'm too afraid to jerk off in this call.
I was about to say, I think the mic would have picked that up.
Let's find out real quick. Want to?
No.
It's bad enough with the noises I made for Skull Kid back in my inner life.
We're gonna like take our break, be on like the next episode, and then just out of nowhere, you're just gonna hear. I'll be like,
Just be standing there and like just be like, well, this is happening.
but I'm just doing like side mission stuff where it takes a lot of resources to do things, and every once in a while I'll get a cutscene. But this time it just happened to be one of the ones where that kind of stuff happens, so I'm just like, shit.
Yeah, I think it's a porn with plot situation, right?
Yeah. It's literally a strategy game, and it's
so
just
he
like
is playing it for the plot.
Is it a real-time strategy game?
Nah, it's a very bare bones. If I actually end up fighting something, real quick, I'll show you later how bare bones this thing is.
Okay.
Anyways,
Anyway,
back to
let
the
me
story,
finish my
am I
line.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir! Exclaimed the waiter. And you, Mr. Stevens?
Space burn on the rocks with a little Pepsi. A good single malt needs a little sweetening.
Pepsi's not a little sweetening. That stuff is like 90% sugar.
Yeah, that's why I drink Diet Pepsi.
I prefer Mountain Dew with my single malts, quibbled Bruce, or maybe prune juice. It's more natural somehow.
It really helps me shit. It really helps me shit properly.
I'm an old man. I need my shits out help. I can't even English anymore, mate. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck, it's gone tits up. My daughter Irene likes it with root beer, but she's a little weird. Chuckled Stevens. He rubbed his pepper and salt beard.
His beard's made out of pepper and salt?
Not salted pepper beard, pepper and salt beard.
Oh, man, that's a nice steak
That's on
there. Needs
purpose.
some salt.
That is on purpose.
Yep.
Then brushed back his close-trimmed hair. Heard about your accident at the polo club. Guess you're lucky to be alive. Henry Archer went off the road at the same curve a few nights later in his Humvee, but he didn't survive. The cops said someone had dumped a bunch of used oil on the shoulder near there. That might have been what got you and Henry.
Could be. I was only doing 95, but I slid right off when I got there. Okay.
I'm only going under 100 miles an hour.
Okay.
Only
First
95 on a road that has a curve.
Yeah, don't. You need to slow down when you turn, you idiot.
And that's coming from someone from Texas, in which the speed limit is 20 miles above the speed limit.
It's great.
At the same time, Texas is like bigger than every country in Europe except for the part of Russia that's in Europe.
Because fuck you, it's Russia. Nothing's bigger than Russia.
Except for Africa.
It's an entire continent.
Separated. We're comparing a country to a continent right now.
It's like saying that
Yeah,
Asia is bigger than Russia. Of course Asia is bigger than Russia. Russia is in Asia.
But are Russians Asians?
Depends on what side of the
I think it's
Siberian
kind of
mountain
the
range, I
transitional
think.
stage.
Then again, I think Russians just consider themselves Russian. They kind of get upset if you call them European.
Or Asian, I guess.
I've never called a Russian Asian, and I'm not gonna try.
Like when you call
All right.
something from Hungary a German.
Well, that's not offensive at all.
What you say, suka?
Had to throw away the boxer shorts I was wearing. They were nice ones, too. Glow-in-the-dark green with luscious red lips printed all over them. I miss those shorts, whined Bruce. He scratched his crotch where the leg cast rubbed and itched.
Hey, green. That doesn't go with the
like
red
shorts.
lips.
They're comfortable and easy to wear. What the fuck is this, man? I missed my glow-in-the-dark shorts. What are you, 3?
I mean, if you get a nice pair of glow-in-the-dark boxers, I would be disappointed if I lost mine, too.
What are you?
But then again, I'm the one who unironically wears Crocs because I think they're comfortable. So
He wears Crocs. He is a living crime against fashion.
I don't care.
I could just picture, like, every time. It's, like, super late at night. It's silent. You walk into your girlfriend's room. She sees nothing but your glow-in-the-dark boxers. Hey, babe, it's time.
Sees his boxers and, like, turns the light on. He's wearing his Crocs.
No, I take those.
It's like that one joke from How I Met Your Mother about, like, what's his face, like wearing like those like grip socks whenever he's slipper socks whenever he's in bed, whenever he's having sex because he feels he needs the traction. You've got to be kidding me! I need the traction, baby.
And he needs the glow-in-the-dark boxers to see. Just the faint glow across the bottom of his.
Oh my god! It could always be worse. It could be socks and sandals with cargo shorts.
Ew.
Oh,
Yeah.
so people I see at Walmart every day in the summer.
Yes. And then it gets even worse if you pair that with a trench coat and a fedora.
Stop.
Why would you wear shorts with a trench coat?
And a
Because neckbeard.
fedora.
For some reason, they feel they need the pocket space.
Then just wear cargo pants like I do.
Cargo
They still
pants
don't look
hold
good, but
more
at
than
least you
cargo
have more
shorts.
pocket space.
Yeah, and I mean, I wear cargo shorts because those are the only things I really find comfortable shorts-wise. But just
I wear
don't wear
nothing but
shorts.
jeans.
I wear jeans and shorts in the summertime when it gets especially hot. But most of the time, I just wear jeans because 1, my job requires it, and 2, I like jeans.
Jeans and t-shirts. Don't have to deal with anything biting me outside.
That too.
Anyway, Zane's line.
The waiter returned with their
We went off
drinks.
on a
He set them
tangent
down
about-
and set a big foaming mug of beer in front of each of them as well. Compliments of the house, sirs. Mr. Goronomon, Digimon said you two looked a little thirsty.
Geronimon evolves into Ultramon. I don't fucking know. I didn't watch Digimon.
I didn't either.
I mean, it had a better theme. I honestly can't always get the theme song stuck in my head.
Theme song is so freaking annoying.
Digimon, digital monsters.
Shut up.
Hey,
Just
I
shut up.
love that theme song. I honestly do love that theme song. It
Why?
sounded cool. It sounded awesome.
No, it didn't.
Compared to every other children's anime at the time that was getting English versions and those terrible theme songs.
Okay, the Pokemon theme song was awesome.
Pokemon theme song was good. Every other one, however.
Yeah. Let's see. Speed Racer. I can't think of any other children's anime.
There was this one magical girl one. It was not Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon one still gets stuck in my head. But it was like this magical. It's like it's hard to save. One of the lines in it is straight up, and it's hard to save the world when you're falling in love.
Oh my god.
And then there was the terrible One Piece rap.
Yeah, yo.
Don't.
Don't. Freeman, don't get
I will. I don't do this call.
Good. I already got something else I could be looking at right now. It's not nearly as cancerous as this story.
Well, yeah, but it's porn.
It's
Anyway.
Anyway,
My turn.
Yep.
Great, said Isaacs. Nothing like a cold, frosty mug of heavy, dark beer to go with a single malt helps wash down the taste, quotation mark. Boy, I love jelly-filled donuts. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
Jelly-filled donuts. Nothing beats a donut filled with jelly.
Jelly-filled donuts are my favorite.
Fuck. Now I'm getting hungry.
Jelly-filled
Okay.
donuts?
I like jelly-filled donuts because
I also like
donuts.
onigiri.
I don't like jelly, but I like donuts.
Like
Donuts are
jelly-filled
good.
donuts, regular donuts, except for the chocolate ones, because those taste like shit. And
Depends on the chocolate.
it's the
Since it's made
artificial
of
chocolate
fruits, is
icing. It's
ketchup
like,
just jam?
it's like a melted version of a chocolate Tootsie Pop.
Yeah, I mean, I never understood why people like a bunch of the other like chocolate flavored sprinkled donuts and stuff. Like, I've only ever really liked the just the glaze, just because you can't beat a classic.
Cherry.
Um,
Only cherry I go for.
Yeah, let's see. What will you gentlemen have for lunch? Queried the waiter, question mark.
Fuck, this next one's long.
Yep, a little bit.
Let me take a big
got it.
breath because I know halfway through this I'm gonna have to yawn.
I take a break from your
Isaac rubbed
porn.
his pepper and salt beard again, then brushed back his close-trimmed hair again. Let's start with the pale de foie-gras and the caviar and a basket of crackers to spread them on.
Caviar!
Triscuits, wheat thin, stuff like that, and some stuffed mushrooms and truffles on the side. And a couple of triple thick chocolate mocha latte to drink.
Ooh, I can go for that
He
last
might
one.
be 50 now, but he could still pack it away. Nothing that a few good rounds of racquetball and polo wouldn't burn back off. Too bad Bruce was all knocked up. Bruce had such a studly body. Rock-O hard abs and massive shoulders
is
from
pregnant?
working out and weightlifting. What?
It said Bruce was knocked up.
Yes, this is an impreg story now.
Oh God.
But he was starting to just. That's why he's in a cast. It's not because he got hurt. It's because he somehow got pregnant and they don't know what the fuck to do with him.
He got absolutely fucking wasted and somehow ended up pregnant. We're really fucking confused by this.
Let's leave Sonic fanfiction for another time, shall we?
Sonic fanfiction, My Little Pony fanfiction.
But he was starting to get just a little pudgy since the accident, and we're not talking about whatever. Anyways, Isaac had seen him in the locker room at the gym. Kid was pretty well hung too. Probably had chicks throwing themselves at him all the time. What, are you fucking gay? He'd better stay away from Isaac's daughter, Irene Stevens, though. Kid was making a lot of money with his software development company, too, and Isaac wanted a piece of that. If he could buy his way into, and now he might be sitting really pretty in a few more years.
What the fuck
These
just
people are
happened?
fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'll take some artichoke hearts and pickled eggs, too. Mused Bruce Lucent. Lowercase.
Yeah, for some reason. And make sure there's plenty of whipped cream on my latte.
Yes, sir! Exclaimed the waiter. He hurried off to do their bidding in the kitchen like a bitch.
Fuck?
Wait, that's my line though, right? Yeah?
Yep, that's your line.
it's
It's
your
Llytic's line.
Is
Oh,
Llytic
wait.
dead? Is this like
No,
mic
no,
not
I
working?
was just kind of surprised by the like a bitch thing. Anyway. Bruce
Well, he's not wrong.
He's a waiter. It's his job.
Yeah, but you can have dignity when you're being a waiter.
I've never been a waiter with dignity. Bruce rubbed his rock-hard abs, getting a little pudgy with all this inactivity since the accident he mused.
Again.
I'll have to really work to get back in shape once I'm better. Good thing that shrapnel just nicked my thigh instead of cutting a little higher, or I might be singing a little higher. Wouldn't want to disappoint the ladies.
I'm just gonna read because I don't know what is going through his head.
We're gonna give Tom a stroke.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. The sunlight was very warm on his face inside from the window, and he wondered if he was going to start sweating. Fire and ice, he thought to himself. Too cold air conditioning and too hot sun. I'm being frozen on one side and roasted on the other. I'll be shivering and sweating at the same time. Isaac will think I've got a fever. Fire and ice cream and jalapeno, ice, water, and steam. Cold and hot, freezing on one side and roasting on the other. He fled uncomfortable, like he had the flu and had a fever. Maybe he is having a stroke.
Is jalapeno ice cream a thing?
Yes, it is.
I've never had it though.
I've never had it, but I know it's a thing.
Need to look into this.
I want to try it.
It's kind of chilly in here, commiserated Isaac. How come you look so hot?
Because he is hot. It's the sunlight, groaned Bruce. I'm boiling on one side and freezing on the other.
The waiter brought their appetizers and set them in front of them. Okay, for a second, my brain stopped working there, and I thought it said the waiter had brought their appetizers and set them on fire in front of them.
Someone ordered the baked Alaska before dinner.
More beer, he queried. It's on the house.
Going to make sure that tip is massive.
Oh my.
Not that tip.
Wait, is it already my turn? Fuck,
Yes,
not that fast.
yep.
Sorry,
Yep.
there's some random asshole I don't know DMing me, and I have to stop because it's annoying.
Talking to you about the porn.
No. Anyways, the waiter brought their appetizers and set them in front of them. More beer, he queried? It's on the house.
You
just
just
read my
read
line again.
Tom's last line.
Fuck, so I'm unsure?
Yep.
Ugh. Sure, quipped Bruce and Isaac together. The waiter refilled their mugs.
All right. Hot enough for you? He quipped? I'm not sure if he quipped. He might have. I'm not really sure.
Yes, shivered Bruce. I'm boiling on one side and freezing on the other. Zane, your line.
Zane!
I know. Like fire and ice.
Try the cold beer, offered the waiter. That should help you cool down some.
Isaac rubbed his pepper and salt beard for a third time, then brushed back his close-trimmed hair for the third time. Okay, I'm assuming this was just a copy and paste thing. Just
I
saying.
think it's just messing around at this point. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Did you not read the first paragraph?
Here's to further success with your company, he enjoined. Bruce returned the toast, and they clanged their frosty mugs of dark beer together, then swilled large mouthfuls down. Quotation mark.
Declaimed Bruce. That was good. Cold.
Cold. They tucked into the appetizers. There was a pâté de foie gras and caviar and stuffed mushrooms and truffles and artichoke hearts and pickled eggs and crackers, and they washed it all down with their cold, frosty, dark beer and foamy mugs and sipped their latte.
Now the repetition is getting cancerous.
I want the last thing in this chapter to be his stupid salt and pepper beard.
Exclaimed Bruce. That was really good. How about some real food now?
Oh yes, agreed Isaac. Some real food would really hit the spot now. Waiter, I'd like a half-pound of rare T-bone steak smothered in mushrooms and onions, and a baked potato with cheese and sour cream and bacon beets and steamed baby carrots and corn on the cob. God damn, these guys are gonna get fat.
The half-pound...
It's like
2
Marlon
ounces bigger than
Brando. It's like Marlon Brando all over again.
the...
That dude never stopped stuffing his face.
Steak sounds really good right now. I'm hungry. I haven't
probably
eaten yet.
go more for like a rotisserie chicken or something.
Yeah, you don't like red meat.
I like poultry.
What the hell? Who doesn't like meat that's red?
Well,
Llytic.
if you haven't cooked it.
I like mine medium well. That's a pretty good thing for me, but anyway.
I like food.
Yeah, food's good.
I've noticed.
All right, keep reading. I'm getting hungry, and
I technically haven't eaten yet because of heat stroke.
I haven't
Yes,
eaten
sir.
yet. Because I'm,
Waiter.
sorry.
And you, Mr. Lucent?
I'll have a roasted chicken stuffed with truffle and cranberry dressing, a baked potato with butter and sour cream, and a side of some baby back ribs.
Okay,
Yes, sir, he
spud.
declaimed and hurried off to the kitchen.
I could go for a fucking spud right now. Just a
Baked
whole
potato would be good too, but
Baked potato, just load that bitch up with butter and cheese.
oh, cranberry dressing is good. Dang it, I'm hungry.
Fuck. It's like playing Monster Hunter World, and anytime they have the meals, it's just like, fuck, I want to eat.
They look so good.
They look amazing.
Or watching Toriko. That's a great show.
God, it sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
The one famous for foodgasms.
Oh, Food Wars, got ya.
Yeah, no, it's called. I don't know if it's called Food Wars, but like I don't know. Toriko's just fun.
The English name
called
is
Food Wars.
Yeah, the English name is Food Wars. The Japanese name is Toriko. Which, fun fact, one thing I found out is that apparently in Japan, most people tend to prefer to use the English name.
Well, I mean, Food Wars does sound pretty cool. Food fight.
Oh boy.
I mean, Toriko's cool too, but that's the name of the main character.
It's weird because there's also a manga out there called Toriko-san is a Girl, which is one of those. I'm not really a fan of how anime and manga handles tomboy characters. It also does do the whole thing of forcing traditional gender roles in there and shit. And anyway,
yeah, it's your line, I think.
Is
Your
my
daughter?
line Bruce?
No. Zane, did you read? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm blanking out.
Bruce scratched at his neck base. Who was that babe I saw you with at the party last week? He simpered. Simpered? Did he just whine that line? Who was that babe I saw you
at the party with you last week?
Who was that babe you were with? What is he, Superboy Prime?
Yes.
Oh no.
My world was so much better.
Screw
Everything
you,
was
Superboy
better
Prime.
on my Earth.
Well, in my world, everyone's a pony, and they eat rainbows and poop butterflies.
See, he
Oh,
is
you are a
clopper.
clopper. Gadbot was right.
Damn it. I was quoting
You walked
Horton
into
Hears
that
a
one.
Who. Yes, I did.
You were referencing that horrible animated Horton Hears a Who movie.
That was a funny line, though.
It was still a bad movie. And now they're making Illuminations doing an adaptation of The Grinch, and I want to kill myself.
That still looks better than the freaking live-action Grinch.
Yes, but everything looks better than the live-action Grinch because they've poured Vaseline all over the camera lens.
Really?
It is. Do you not pay attention to the camera work in that movie? Everything is blurry and dingy. It literally looks like they just poured oil all over the camera lens.
Well.
It's still better than the Cat in the Hat, though.
Ugh, don't remind me of that one, please.
Kill me.
Isaac rubbed his pepper and salt beard for a fourth time. For a first term. It's getting to me, guys. Save me.
For the last time.
It's getting to me. Help.
Lord Helmet, we meet again for the first time for the last time.
Then brushed back his close trimmed hair for the fourth time. That was my daughter, Irene Stevens. She came to the party with me.
Don't be hitting on my daughter.
Inquired Bruce. Wow, she was really hot. I'd sure like to get to know her better. What the?
You don't say that about a man's daughter.
Say that to someone. You don't say that to someone's dad. You know your daughter's one fine piece of ass.
Right. I need you to step out back. Here's a shovel. Now start digging. What am I digging a hole for? You'll see.
Anyway.
That kind of strategy game. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of game.
Are they not wearing pants?
Some of them aren't.
Yeah, that. I think they are wearing underwear of some kind. Anyway.
You know what? Sorry. Squirrel.
Skin tone pants. Whose turn is it?
Llytic, your line.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, countered Isaac, that might be arranged as long as things go well. Go all right, you understand? Oh God, it's turning into that terrible, terrible plot point that always keeps happening in manga and anime, in which it's the corporate arranged marriage subplot that fucking sucks because no one ever does anything with it. Because it's always the exact fucking same.
I have yet to read a manga or watch an anime that has that plot, so.
Oh God, it so
Manga
fucking... And it is always the worst because they never do anything interesting with it, and it's always the same fucking generic Romeo and Juliet situation. Fucking kill me.
I already hate it just by hearing about it, but anyway.
This is why I'm making fun of that trope in one of my things.
Cool, quipped Bruce, who was feeling hot on one side and cold on the other. Fire and ice. I'm grinding my teeth if you can't hear.
We have found the theme several hours ago.
Bruce wanted to get out of all these casts and things first, though, and to get all his stitches out. Or maybe not. She might feel more compassionate toward him if she saw him this way first, and that could lead to more passionate fun later.
Emotional manipulation.
Dude, you have a girlfriend or are married or something. Just,
oh yeah,
I mean,
that's right. Yeah, Penelope Urban.
Yeah, I mean, even though she cheated on you with that other guy, but I mean, still. What a hot babe. He could hardly wait to see her with her clothes off. And one-track mind. They'd start slow, maybe a game of strip poker or something something classy. Like that.
You're telling me it's not classy?
They were ready, no, it's not.
In those high-end dinners, the high-end dinners the high bloods throw, I'm pretty sure that they always have strip poker.
Doesn't make it classy.
All of a sudden, the Cerulean bloods got out their bulge.
You know, the more I find out about y'all's world, the more it seems just so vastly different, interesting, and weird all at the same time. I don't know whether to be scared or intrigued. Probably both.
Why not both? Damn it, you beat me to it. Why
¿Por qué
not
no los
both?
dos? ¿Por qué no los dos?
That's what she said.
Why
Like
not
that.
both?
And then once they were ready, they could go right for the brass ring. His slacks tightened, and he winced as one of his stitches pulled out.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
That sounds painful.
Big
But I
stitches.
really can't feel sympathy for this guy. Like, at all.
Stitches. Dick stitches. Ditches.
I thought it was snitches.
I don't know. Dick stitches. Ditches.
Oh, okay. The way the audio went, I thought you said something about stitches or. You know what? Forget I said anything. I'm stupid.
You a fucking rat, eh?
Zane, your turn.
Hey,
Bruce rubbed his throbbing crotch.
Crotch.
Cast rubbed, and the stitch had pulled out, and his pants were too tight now from his cock, not his crotch. So, he inquired, "What did you want to talk about? Your daughter, of course."
Isaac rubbed
Sorry.
his pepper and salt beard and brushed back his close-trimmed hair.
Fifth
Well.
time. Fifth time.
It's the fifth time. This is the fifth time. Well, he countered. I don't think that's countering. You've been very successful with your software company, and I'd like to talk about that. I really admire a successful man who makes a lot of money, and you're one. Especially as young as you are, to be so successful and making so much money. If you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean. You added "if you know what I mean" on there, and I immediately don't know what you mean. I admire
I'm reminded of that one game in Whose Line Is It Anyway? If you know what I mean.
You know, a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm aware of the meaning of this that you know.
I don't like wearing shoes in the summer, if you know what I mean.
I like shorts. They're comfortable and easy to wear, if you know what I mean.
Don't leave your children in the car, if you know what I mean. Okay, I don't know if anyone else knows about this, but that whole PSA thing that the cops put out was like, make sure to put something important in the back seat so you don't forget your child. Excuse me?
What?
Important, so you don't forget your child.
That's
No, I just put a chocolate bar back there. I don't want that to melt.
well,
So not only do I make sure to get my baby out of the car, but I'm also rewarded with an unmelted bar of chocolate.
that's the real treasure here.
Anyway.
Yes, agreed Bruce. I am doing rather well, and I enjoy making. Hi, I'm Eugene Krabs. I like money. Not the money so much as all the things it can buy. All the wonderful things I can do with it. I own half of this town, Trotter's Corner, now, and someday I'd like to own half of Atlanta itself. First, I'm going to name this town, though. I'm going to name it Lucentville. Do you hear that, everyone? This town is now Lucentville, and someday Atlanta will be named Lucent City. I'm.
No
Everyone
sleep
I did not
till
think it was
Lucentville.
possible. I did not think it was possible for me to hate this guy even more.
Oh boy. Everybody cheered and the waiter brought them their poisoned food. More beer? He carried. It's on the house. Much like
Literally,
your life.
get up to the fucking roof. I ain't bringing that shit to you. Sure, they quipped and dug into their food.
Well, chewed Stevens around his steak and potatoes and onions and mushrooms and corn on the cob.
All at once.
Commas,
Yes.
please.
He has the corn cob in his mouth along with this.
I just imagine he has the entire plate in his mouth, like just.
He is actively shoveling it in. There's just like part of the corn cob sticking out.
Yeah, it's like he brings his own paper plate, piles the food onto the paper plate, folds the
Folds
paper
it in
plate
half.
like a burrito, and then just kind of dumps it down his gullet.
No. He has them bring out a tortilla, dumps all of it on a tortilla, rolls it up, and stuffs it down his throat.
I'd like to invest in your company. I'd like to give you a lot of money so that I can have your company, and I'll introduce you to Irene, too. Bruce scratched at his neck brace. Well, he gobbled past his roast chicken and ribs. Should this be my line, too, or...
Yes, it's still the same paragraph. It's just everything's tabbed over.
Everything's wrong. That sounds quite decent of you. I think I'd like that, and I'm especially looking forward to getting to know Irene Stevens better, if you know what I mean. Wow, was she hot? Fire and ice. They devoured their food and drank more toasts from the tall, foaming mugs of ice-cold beer to Lucentville. And
hey, man, can you get me that toothbrush, if you know what I mean?
Your line, Zane.
Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Is this paragraph indented weirdly?
Yes,
yeah,
I just read it.
So to Lucid Software Development Corp.
To Irene Stevens, your hot daughter that I want to bang.
To life, which is so good for us, the elite.
Fire and ice, baby.
You're hot, then you're cold. You're yes, then you're no.
No.
Yes.
I refuse.
I got the eye of the tiger, a fighter.
No.
I kissed a girl and I liked it. Taste of a cherry chapstick.
Please stop.
No, fuck you.
I asked nicely.
It's still better than Meghan Trainor.
True. I can't argue with that.
Katy Perry is somehow less plastic than Meghan Trainor. And I don't mean plastic as in plastic surgery, I mean personality-wise.
Oof.
Yeah, why not both? Also, JonTron did a better did a better job at fireworks than Katy Perry did, in my opinion.
At last they finished their meals. Isaac rubbed his pepper and salt beard, then brushed back his close-trimmed hair. How about some dessert? inquired Isaac.
6 times.
6 times.
Uno, dos,
Bruce rubbed
tres,
his...
cuatro, cinco, siete, cien...
Bruce rubbed his throbbing crotch where the cast rubbed against it, and his stitch had pulled out, and his pants were swollen with lust. Dessert would be great, declaimed Bruce. I'm famished.
Well, you are in a desert.
Fire and ice.
Ugh.
We have our theme.
Fire and ice? Question mark
Fire
or
and
repetition?
Also, he rubbed his his pepper and salt beard and brushed back his close-trimmed hair.
6 times. 6 times in one chapter, that line was repeated.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis.
I wonder if this guy's beard looks kind of salt and peppery.
No, it looked pepper and salty.
Maybe.
It's white with flecks of black in it. Instead of black with flecks of white. Anyway.
That would be different.
We're doing this at a rate of like 2 chapters per session, so that's the end of this one.
Sounds like a plan to me. Ugh.
I'm Llytic.
Hey,
I'm Tom.
Zane's playing porn
and I have a
games.
salt and peppered beard.
See y'all later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. I think I did that wrong.
Craig wants to stay.
It's
Oh
still
God!
going on.
Craig...
We can't.
No! Oh no! We're all gonna die. Okay. Cool. I think.